So we're going to move on now, ladies and gentlemen.
Ding, motherfucker.
To a very eventful throwback theatre. I've been really looking forward to this one. And for those of you who know the Real View history, me and Alessandro have had a bit of a rivalry over the past 4 episodes. We've got a bit of a promo. Go ahead and play it. Yeah.
I like Jesse Eisenberg. He's just different types of actors.
He made Adventureland, and Adventureland's like this.
Oh, he's so good, dude.
What?
Right, can we talk about...
Are you fucking serious?
Right.
No.
No.
That's one of the worst films I've ever seen.
This is Avengers review, right? At no point have I actually reviewed the fucking Avengers.
I know, but I need to know why you think Adventureland.
We'll talk about this shit.
Okay. Holy shit, I'm pissed off. That's one of the worst films I've ever seen. That's one of the worst films I've ever seen. He loves these shit films that I hate, and you love Adventureland too, but I need you to have like a differentiating
we really sorted this though.
No, we didn't.
We talked about Adventureland, and Jordan keeps going on about having Adventureland is shit, and he doesn't even say, humbly that it actually is, an aptly made film. He still thinks it's terribly made. We have 2 out of 3 here, and we all know that John's opinion doesn't matter. 2 out of the 3 are saying that Adventureland is actually really good. Not even saying it's okay, it's actually really good.
Right, I want this to be a throwback theatre one week.
It will be.
I need to, we need to settle this once and for all.
He doesn't even say, humbly, that it actually is, an aptly made film.
Do you want to do Adventureland?
Not really.
Why?
Can we do it the week after? I promise.
Okay, but why are you so...
Because I just don't feel like I want to watch it again.
Because it's fucking
no, it's not.
shit!
No, it's not.
It's fucking shit! You know it's shit! You fucking know it's shit!
Fucking had enough. I fucking had enough.
Legitimately, if I think it's a good film, if I watch it again, I've only seen it once, if I watch it again and I say, okay, I was wrong, I was a dickhead. When you're wrong, Alessandro, when you realise...
No, but I can say right now, honestly, that I will not change my opinion. That
How many times have you seen it?
5 or 6.
5 or 6 times? It's so shit! Welcome to Film Court, ladies and gentlemen.
What the fuck was that?
It's a fight. And it's Jordan versus the world. This film seems to be adored by not only Alessandro, but a lot of other people.
I wouldn't go as far as saying adored, though. It's been called a good film by at least 90% of the population that have seen it.
It's liked by most people, but I just didn't like it at all when I first watched this film. I've gone on record and said it was a shit film. It just wasn't very good. But Alessandro, everybody else argues
against your exact statements. You said that it was badly acted, badly scripted, badly shot, edited. You said no redeeming factor about this film whatsoever. So before we go into it, we've gone back and watched it.
Oh yeah, and we're gonna come up with our opinions today.
So we went back and watched Adventureland, another time where we forced a throwback theatre instead of randomly selecting it.
This is the first time we've done it, isn't it?
Yeah. Before we no, because we did it with Mad Max, but.
Yes, we did. Yeah, fair dues. Yeah.
Before we go into our opinions, for people who don't know, Adventureland is a 2009 film, rated 6.8 out of 10. So that's basically the average scale of good, almost hitting a 7. Directed by Greg Mottola, who also did Superbad and Paul.
Yep.
And the cast include Jesse Eisenberg, Kristen Stewart, and Ryan Reynolds.
You almost did it again. And she listens to this and she gets pissed off when she hears her name get mispronounced by you.
Kristen Stewart's my girl, man.
Who is Kirsten Stewart, though?
She's the girl with very little emotions. But before we go into anything like that, I just want to tell people what the film's about. So Jesse Eisenberg's character is currently on his summer break from school, about to move over to university, and unfortunately, college, whatever, because of family troubles and having to move away, where his family would spot him the money, they're unable to anymore, so he's forced to work for it. At this point, he is looking for a couple jobs. He finally gets a job at Adventureland. So we get into Jesse Eisenberg. Is probably the thing we're going to start talking about first. Jesse Eisenberg, we call him the poor man's Michael Cera.
Jinx, pinch, I get it. I get a wish.
Did you just pinch me?
So I can get a wish.
Right, the camera's on. I'm going to beat the shit out of you
again.
So yeah, we call him that. But I still think Jesse Eisenberg is one of the most underrated actors of all time.
Okay.
I thought he was great in Adventureland. He doesn't play, a role too hard for him. I don't think at no point he's going to get any sort of acting awards. In all fairness, I wouldn't even say the film's going to win any awards. But the film just ticks these little boxes for me. It's this indie student film. You're constantly wanting to kind of live the life, but sometimes everything feels almost like it could happen to you. Jesse Eisenberg fits the role of this, this guy wanting to go on adventures, but also he's kind of living too much for a girl when he really shouldn't. He should be concentrating on himself more than just spending his time for Kristen Stewart.
You see, I disagree. And I don't know if it's because it's what his character's supposed to be, or if it's just because Jesse Eisenberg acts like this, but this character just seems so monotone and never caring. So we're talking about acting now, and this was one of my major gripes of the film. I just don't think the acting was very good. And here in Real View Court and Film Court, Alessandro, we are allowed to bring in exhibits. And
no, I'm pretty sure we end everything with a fist fight, and who the winner gets their opinion.
We definitely will. I'm still up for a Turkish oil wrestling match, just saying. God. But in this scene, this is towards the end where Jesse Eisenberg realises that Kristen Stewart is shagging Ryan Reynolds.
What are you doing here?
Are you and Connell
Starting like I didn't know you when it. How did you find me here?
Lisa P. told me that Connell used to take some other girl here last summer to his mother's basement.
Right.
Yeah, I just, don't understand, how you could do this.
I came here to,
I know, I fucked up too. Okay, I fucked up one time and I fucking told you about it, and you think I'm some fucking pathetic idiot or something.
You're not a fucking idiot. I'm a fucking idiot.
Yeah, that's right.
So that's it, yeah, and just not one line of dialogue, not one grasp of air made me believe that was a legitimate emotional scene.
What are you talking about? That was a good scene.
Fucking awful.
I'll agree, right, that Kristen Stewart isn't the best of actresses, especially in this. But when they both exhibit emotion, they both did it really well there. She just breaks out in tears. He gets angry at her. She was crying.
She should have cried. She should have cried in this.
I disagree with you completely. That scene was detrimental in the way that it was pivotal.
Detrimental in the way that
it was a pivotal scene. It really was too much to boil over. It was the final confrontation, and at no point do I think that was badly acted. Maybe a little bit towards the start of that, but when they finally really got into it, it was great.
No, you're right. It's an important, pivotal part. It just wasn't done very well. The thing is, he seems fucking bipolar in this. He's like, yeah, well, she said that you used to come here and...
No, he just...
Why did you do it?
No, because he's getting his facts straight, right? He's starting off the scene. He's making sure that, he's like, well, because this is how I find out. And he's obviously, it's boiling up. And you can see by his hand movements, you can see by his face, he's getting more and more erratic. Because maybe you need some fucking glasses.
You're wearing glasses. And
exactly, and I can see that. But you just proved my point.
He's so monotone. I don't know where I was going with that. He's so monotone in this. And both of them are. It's just like, yeah, well, I've been shagging him for a while. I fucked up. It just comes out of nowhere. It's so fucking sporadic that it's just...
Sporadic.
It made me...
Who knows if that's a real word
I don't know.
or not.
It made me laugh when I saw it, though. That's the problem.
But you have weird reactions to different things. You laugh at horror films.
Before on IMDb, I gave it a 2 out of 10, and I've put that up to a 4 out of 10, right? I still didn't like the film. I still say that it's not a very well-made film. In some regards, I liked how it was filmed. I liked... some of it. Who's that guy we were talking about earlier who was hilarious? What's his name?
Bill Hader.
He was hilarious.
Bill Hader is by far the best part of this film.
And Kristen Wiig is not in an attractive sort of way, but just the most adorable little thing in any film ever.
No one ever says, I'd fuck that adorable person. It's a beautiful film. It's shot really nicely. The colour theme on the film is just so pleasing to the eye, and it feels really 70s, but also feels very indie. The characters all feel like very, cartoon, very painted characters. They're all really interesting.
That's my next point. I didn't give a shit about any of the characters. Not one of them. The biggest example I can give you, the guy who's waiting in a car park is supposed to be a little bit of a mong. Do you know?
Him.
Yeah. Who the fuck is that? He appears in 3 scenes.
I think he's just a special needs person who works there.
Supposed to be funny?
No, he's just a special needs guy. Well, why are you laughing at special needs guys?
I'm not laughing at him. That was the problem.
No one laughed at that. I didn't laugh at that.
Well, he's giving me fucking supposedly hilarious scenes, these weird things to say.
The only thing he says, right, is the park's closed. Oh yeah, no, we work here. the park's closed. No one laughed that
There was
hard.
another bit.
Maybe there was a bit of a
chuckle.
chuckle and a giggle, but not on his expense.
It's a comedy film, though. Why would you put someone like that?
Not
in a
everything in a comedy
film?
film has to be funny. Oh, let's put a guy
Yeah,
in a
but why-
wheelchair. Oh, look at him wheel.
Family
No
Guy.
one. Yeah, Family Guy is a sitcom. There's a difference.
Yeah, but I mean, why do it though? Can you think of one film with a special needs person that's a
You
comedy?
do realise,
that
right?
didn't
Okay,
make
so
fun of it?
you're telling me that dwarves and special needs people have no place in film unless it's a comedy.
No, I'm not saying that. In comedies, they stand out.
There's a
pretty
lot of
fucking
things in
hardly.
comedies that don't need to be funny.
Okay, like what? Just
Lots of things.
No. Just name like one. Like, for one that's in my mind right now. You know the dwarf from Game of Thrones.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's an elf, and he's made fun of for being small and that.
He's
That's
an
an
elf?
example. He's an elf in Elf, the film.
Oh,
Elf,
okay.
the 2003.
Oh, you
would
said
be
he's a
very
dwarf
offensive.
who's an elf.
That would be very
I
offensive.
was like, leave him alone, lads. You can't be one of them. Leave him alone.
Let's not focus on that character so much, then, because it's not just him. What about all the other side characters that I just didn't end up caring about because they weren't really
Because
explained that
it's
well?
it's almost political. Everyone else has their own issues, and then you take a step back and they go to New York, and you realise none of those issues actually mean anything after summer, and the whole thing is really just summertime sadness. Everyone has a great summer. Everyone has like things that happen in summer. None of them matter after summer.
Was that the point of the film? Because
No,
that makes
yeah,
me feel
kind
like,
of.
That makes me feel like there was no point in the film. It really does.
Is that the point of the film? Because it makes you feel there's no
If
point.
if the point of a film is that there is no point in this scenario, then there's no point in the film, surely.
No, because it's a true fact of life. I've been through many summers where I've had some amazing experiences. I've had some really terrible experiences.
That's another thing.
But
This
after
is supposed
summer,
to be
nothing happened.
This is supposed to be
Nothing
nostalgic. I don't
think
get that.
I don't think you're using the right word.
No, it is. Loads of reviews I've seen just say the word it's a nostalgic
Maybe for Americans who worked at theme parks in part time, but we're British and we do. If we work part time, we work at Buc-ee's.
Yeah, well, one of us does anyway.
Present company included,
Or in a cinema.
or in a cinema.
Oh no, you don't work there anymore. Okay.
So
Did you want to say spoilers?
yeah.
Don't spoil that.
So I think that's where we're going to wrap up. We had some more to talk about.
What did you rate it?
I rate it a 6.0 out of 10.
Okay,
Not a
give it
huge
a 4.
improvement on yours, but I still think it's a good film. It's an apt film. I truthfully, I'll be honest, I wasn't looking forward to watching it yesterday, just because while I do like the film, if I rate a film a 6, most of the times I don't want to watch that film within the next 2-3 years, and that goes with Adventureland. I watched it all the way through, and I was happy watching all the way through. It wasn't a film I would happily slot into the DVD tray or press play on the VLC media player off the pirate website that I may or may not have gotten it off.
That's more specific. Yeah.
Or the Netflix it is.
That was
But I wasn't happy watching it. But once I did get into it, it all came flooding back, and I was more than happy.
Each to their own, I suppose. And my final words is that me personally, I guess it just caters towards specific people. You little Italian bearded fucking midget men included. For me personally, it was just a little bit boring. I don't think it was acted or written very well. There are some enjoyable moments in there, but it's just not something that I think I'll go back and watch again.
Why is this still recording? Jordan, you're a fucking asshole, right? If you were never to exist, I'd have an empty hole in my chest where a gap of hatred is filled right now. But I'd actually be happier because I can slowly start leaking liquids of happiness in there. Yeah, no, I mean, I can still do that. I can evacuate the hate. But you're gonna have to die first, so you could do this in a still image, but I'm just gonna do this, right? Boosh! There's the thumbs as well. And there you go. There's the fucking selfie, you prick. Seriously, why are you the way you are? Like, there's no redeemable factor about you. You're a fucking idiot. Like, you're the biggest fucking idiot I've ever met. Redeemable factor. Your hair's fucking gay as well. He's got his new haircut, right? And he looks fucking shit. Nothing. even the fact that he's alive and in possibly good health, not mental health, definitely not, something's fucked up there, is actually insulting to like people who are in good health, because he gets compared, and he probably brings down like, you know, health premiums because everyone thinks that he's in good health, but he's not. If you know, there's some cultures that all like get rid of disfigured babies or babies that aren't perfect, and Jordan doesn't even fit the criteria of like an okay, like, you know, 4.0 out of 10 kind of baby. But yeah, I'd throw him off the cliff, and you'd have that, you know, baby skull on the floor. I think I'm going to be his best man now. Yeah.